Five.
Cinco, yeah. We made it. 5th anniversary, guys. Time to celebrate. Break out the Cheez-Its and boxed wine.
Yeah, the Lunchables slam pack.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so it's another rainy day over here.
Oh, I got sun.
And,
Beautiful.
oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the fucking rain zone over here. But, just sitting here drawing picture for the previous podcast and thinking a little bit about today's topic. We're gonna proceed as planned and go for the freak tube shit.
I think we
baby
should.
tube shit.
I think we should hit that. I got the notes over here that are slowly creeping off my desk, but with the
Well,
peak.
I had come to this awareness of this type of YouTube comment a few months ago.
Right.
While Alex was staying here, actually, I saw it on 4chan, and like he was all freaked out when I was looking at some of the shit on YouTube, thinking I was gonna come across child porn and shit, and I was tethered to his device, so he was fucking freaking out, all paranoid about it. I'm like, dude, it's YouTube. There's not gonna be fucking child porn on here.
Yeah,
It's not,
if,
you know, well, whatever.
You might find some breastfeeding.
It's pretty sick shit though. And I didn't exactly know what to make of it. I would say, like my basic impression is that it's basically just revenue generating.
Okay, that's what I
scheme.
wanted to ask about. Yeah.
It does seem that way, but there's certain things about the videos that,
Right.
like, I mean, that seem, I don't know if that's just, so it's like the obscene, like, poop and pee and fucking injections and stuff like that, and sexual stuff. It's like, is that what kids are searching for? Maybe that's what the most searched stuff is, and that's why they're catering towards it. Although wouldn't think that they would have any kind of stats on that kind of information to make that judgment with. But even if that were true, you would think that there would be a little bit of moral integrity. Would be more widespread in these, like, I mean, I just can't. It surprises me that there's so many people that are apparently willing to make this fucking degenerate stuff that
Families.
is really. Not only is it, not only is it just, I mean, it's like, even if it was benign, it's total nonsense. There's not even dialogue most of the time. It's just a bunch of brainless. It reminds me of some of those Telemundo shows where everything's just wacky and crazy as fuck, and like nothing really makes a lot of sense, but without the talking, and it's just total. It's total weird. There's no. I can't imagine that there's really much to be gained intellectually or creatively or just like learning. A lot of it's colors based and all this stuff, but it's like, dude, I don't know. None of it really makes very much sense. And these videos have tens of millions of views, and I'm just like,
Billions.
apparently, some of the people on 4chan have seen some of their siblings and siblings, or children of family watching it and warned some people and stuff. And I was walking through the library the other day, and I saw some kid watching some shit like that on one of the library computers, some little Latin kid with their parent. And it's like, when I started going down the rabbit hole or whatever, this weird topic, I searched Mickey. And I don't know if you can check it on YouTube now, but if you search Mickey on YouTube, like on the very first page, or maybe 6 results down or so, is something that's obviously not Disney licensed. It's like some anime versions of a baby Mickey and Minnie, and the thumbnail is the male Mickey Mouse pissing into a pipe inlet, like a urinal type of thing, and then on the other side of the wall, the pipe lets out on a spigot that's going into Minnie Mouse's drink. And it's like, that's when you search for just Mickey, right on the front page of YouTube. And I guess Disney's pretty, from what I've heard. Tattoo, please stop. Hold on a second. No. Stop. That's not helpful, man. Disney's pretty aggressive with their copyright protection and stuff like that. It seems like they're in their protection of their intellectual property.
They are.
It's really hard for me to imagine that they're like letting all this stuff go without knowing about it, or maybe they do know, but YouTube doesn't really give a shit because it's generating so much revenue for them. Can you please stop, Tetsu? Stop. It's okay, man.
All I'm telling you right now is that right off the bat, I haven't clicked on anything in the search for Mickey on YouTube, and I can already tell a good percentage
So you
of
searched
these. I did. A good percentage of these are. And here's the thing, real quick, about the YouTube thumbnails. They're always a load of shit, right? Like you said, it'll show Mickey
Often,
taking a
yeah.
piss, and then you click it, and it's all baby music and fun time eating pancakes or whatever.
There is a little bit of piss action going on, but it's definitely not what's going on in the thumbnail, for sure.
And that's just general YouTube kind of culture, right? Have this
Yeah,
provocative
clickbait.
thumbnail so you get the
For
click.
fuck faces, yeah. I wouldn't say it's general, but yeah, for shit channels, sure.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the real obvious thing about it for me is conventionally attractive YouTubers who put a sexualized image of themselves as the thumbnail, where they're like showing the lower part of their tank top or something, and then the rest of the goddamn video, she's sitting on a couch in sweatpants talking about the Flintstones, and there's nothing sexual, at least overtly, about it, but that trend of the thumbnail driving the click, getting the sort of fan base, which
Well,
there's
that's
always
a
some sort of
yeah,
fetishist
that
angle
would be
on
a
these
shit
things,
channel.
right?
That would be a shit channel, not general. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's what's getting all the hits, but in my opinion, that's not really what's representative of the true culture of YouTube. That's just a bunch of dumb fucks cashing
Well,
in.
I think what I mean is the majority of the content is garbage, and
Yeah, maybe that's
if you
true.
just
I don't know.
objectively
Probably,
look,
yeah. That's
you're not
probably
searching-
true. Not what I'm looking at, but yeah, if you look at it objectively and not just what I'm filtering down, that's probably true. I wish people were better than that, but it's all makeup and fucking talk about sports and video games and shit. You're right. I can't
But
deny
here
it.
we have like a thumbnail of it looks like 6 swimmers in bikinis and like speedos, and they're Mickey Mouse heads and Minnie Mouse heads, and it says baby swimming race indoor. Funny story, Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse finger family nursery rhymes. I haven't
Okay.
clicked on this.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be weird as shit.
Have you
but
watched any of these videos?
Say again?
Have you actually watched any of these videos?
None of the Mickey ones, but I've seen, in my
Tell
experience,
me what you've
these,
seen.
the live
And what-
action ones.
With
there
like
was
Spider-Man and shit.
the Spider-Man and
Another horrible
Elsa
theft
from
of
Frozen
intellectual
videos, of
property.
course,
Yeah.
are utterly
Dude, it's
disgusting.
so brainless. It's all brainless too. Like, what the fuck are these people doing in the same? It reminds me of those like crazy Chinese knockoffs where you got like Snoopy and Pikachu hanging out on the same backpack and like Voltron or something.
Well, and you know the funny thing
It
about
just doesn't. It's so fucking stupid.
the guy that produces, I think he's a young college age nerd or something, but the guy that supposedly produces those Spider-Man and Elsa Marvel themed sort of baby
Yeah, I
videos,
think I heard
right?
a little bit of the history, but I forgot. He was doing something else before, right?
Well, there's
Something more legitimate.
it's such a low common denominator of video garbage that you know, and they produce so much content. There's a point where he forgot, or whoever edits these videos forgot to remove his direction from behind the camera.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he's
I've
just,
seen that. It's just
you seen that, right?
yeah, and it'll still get millions of views. Yeah,
Yeah, well, but that's the thing, right, that we're talking about is these are like children and toddlers and even babies clicking and getting a content feed in their YouTube from having watched the one video, and now they're
yeah. Now
flooded
it shows them a bajillion of them.
with
Yeah.
with. I mean, the one I found most recently, I forget to send it to you, I think, but it's produced by, I think, a family, maybe driven by the father.
Yeah, like Freak Family or whatever the fuck.
That freak fucking
These people
family.
pimping out their kids.
The
Yeah.
kids eating cookies, they make baby sounds, they suck on pacifiers, they
Yeah, always with the pacifier. What is, dude?
right?
What do you think this is?
And
What do you
then
think this is?
it's porn.
Well, keep going, keep going. We'll
So,
talk about it in a minute.
yeah,
Keep going.
I got so much to talk about, especially the one
Let's keep just
where you can see a
yeah,
family.
riff, and I'll try to stop. I'll try to stop interrupting you. Go ahead.
No, it's
You see
fine.
a family what? It's just
uh,
outrageous, man. It's like a surreal fucking. Man, I watched a big long lecture, like an hour-long lecture on postmodernism, and that's what the fuck we're living in, dude. A postmodernist reality right now, from politics to culture to capital. I mean, it's fucking crazy. But go ahead.
So, these families are the most disturbing in that the kids are clearly, serve as a vessel for this family's absurd revenue that they're getting from junk food ads, I'm sure, and all this other crap.
Think there are any Disney ads on there? That'd be funny.
I don't know that I don't know, but
Wouldn't surprise me.
the one common theme here, and it doesn't matter which video you click on, the background music is textbook nursery baby like music. It's Twinkle Dinkle, little baby music. And here you have a grown man talking like a giggly creep, like a clown, and
Yes, very creepy.
munching down
Okay.
on like a lasagna plate full of chips and frosting and sprinkles and pickles.
Oh
and
yeah,
now you
just
have
like
the
eating
whole
junk food and
family
shit,
shoving
yeah.
this in their mouth, spitting
Oh.
it out, and it's got
Fucking
30
America.
goddamn million views.
America. Yeah, that's it right there.
And
That's
that
us.
channel actually has over 7 billion views total for its content. Which translates into how many millions of dollars in ad revenue? I don't even want to know. But
It's substantial.
it's
Yeah.
there's a theme of baby underlying all of this content, like where they're they're pulling in toddler
Yes.
and baby age children. Is that the idea that you have?
I don't fucking know, man. There are a few themes in these videos that I have really no logical explanation for.
Oh,
The abduction. Have you seen that?
the abduction.
People getting carted away, pulled out of swimming pools, and put in cars and stuff, kidnapped, tied up, drugged, injected with something that knocks them out. That's one theme. Okay, that I don't understand.
It's a staged narrative, right? Where
Well, there's not much narration going on because these videos don't even have fucking words. They're so brain dead. But it's grown men carting off little children and like in masks and stuff. It'll be, the Hamburglar or whoever the fuck in the mask, Spider-Man or some bad villain or whatever, the mask on, and he's a grown man taking away little kids, tying them up, etc., etc. And I can't tell you how many teach colors through injections videos there are. So like see videos where like a kid eats so much that they look like they're pregnant and then like have a baby, or they eat a lot and they're like sick, so they have to have a whole bunch of injections, and it's like red, and it injects them with the one thing, and the guy's like
Blue.
crying, looks like he's in pain and all this stuff, and
yeah,
you haven't seen those
yeah.
yet? They're
I-
all
I-
over the place.
No, now that you mention it, I mean, I can. These themes, right? They vary, but there's this
So
common
helplessness, abduction,
abduction,
drugging,
helplessness,
injections,
overeating.
scat, yeah, like they get lured with candy and stuff, kind of a thing,
Yeah,
like
a lot
junk
of
food
candy
as
and
a lure.
toy begging, weird like it. You keep getting these. It's like a rainbow of fetishism, and you're constantly trying to, as an adult, sit here and process like one moment to the next, and then the behavior doesn't match up with the music, and the music's